Welcome to Chapter 2 Study Guide, everybody. And let's get started. Transitive property of congruence. We got CD equals EF. EF equals GH. What we see here is EF is connecting the CD and the GH. So we want to say that CD equals GH, which would be D. Okay? Number 2, multiplication property of equality. 5x plus 9 equals 36. Okay, so what would I do to go ahead and use a multiplication property? Oh, so that says divide, not add. I apologize. We would multiply both sides by 9. That would make the 9 disappear, and we do 9 times 36, which would get us 324. Boom, there we go. Multiplying to both sides. Number 3, substitution property of equality. Y equals negative 5, and then we have 7x plus y equals 11. So what we want to do is we want to just go ahead and substitute in negative 5 for y. This one's substituting for x, so that's not right. This one right here does substitute it in for y because it has a negative. That one's a positive, so that's not right. And that one just is really awkward. So this is our answer. It substitutes it in for y. Name the property of equality that justifies this statement. L equals M, then M equals L. That would be symmetric property. They don't equal each other. They are symmetric. Okay? And number 5, name the property of congruence that justifies this statement. And that would also be symmetric property. A. Okay? Moving on down. Moving on down to Chinatown. Okay. Name the property of congruence that justifies this statement. A is equal to B. B is equal to C. That's A equals C. This would be transitive property. Cheer.
Woo! Oh, yeah, you go.
Number 7. What is the converse of the following conditional? Now, the word converse means we're going to go ahead and flip it. So that I'm trying to make an X sign with my arms, but it's really hard to see. But there it is. I'm going to flip the hypothesis, which is P, and the conclusion, which is Q, and I'm just going to go ahead and flip them. So we turn out to be if it is divisible by 2, then divisible by 6. Okay? Again, the green part right here got moved to the back because it's getting flipped. The purple part here gets moved to the front. Again, converse, we're flipping it. If possible, use the law of detachment to draw a conclusion from the two given statements. If not possible, write not possible. If x equals 7, then 7x minus 2 equals 47. Well, my statement is x equals 7, so what must be true? These two match up. If the hypothesis matches our statement or our scenario, then this is law of detachment. So we can conclude then 7x minus 2 equals 47. That is true. Number 9, use the law of detachment to draw a conclusion from the two given statements. If two angles are complementary, then the sum of their measure is 90. E and F are complementary. Well, does this match my hypothesis? Yes, they do. So what can I say? Angle E and angle F sum to 90 degrees. Forgot to box my answers there, and there we go. Okay? All right. Let's keep moving. I'm going to pause real quick as I flip the page. All right, we got to the next page. It was quite a journey, I will tell you that. All right, number 10, it says use the law of syllogism to draw a conclusion. This is where I highly recommend that you get 3-color highlighters or pens. If you exercise regularly, all right, then you have a healthy body. If you have a healthy body, see how these two statements are the same, so we can use the same color? Then you have more energy. Oh, that was supposed to be a different color, my bad. Whoopsies. Those are not the same two statements. So we should go ahead and, there we go. That looks better. Okay, so this is law of syllogism. It takes the blue piece and the green piece and they're connected via the purple piece. So our conclusion is, if you get a pen that works, if you exercise regularly, then you have more energy. Okay? Can we get a round of applause?
You suck.
All right, I'm going to find you, whoever you are. Moving forward. So, use the law of detachment and the law of syllogism to draw a conclusion from the three given statements. Now, this is an interesting problem because it double up on both of them, law of detachment, law of syllogism. You can try this one. We aren't actually going to have a problem like this on the test, so for right now I'm going to skip it. Okay? So let's move on. Number 12. What is the value of x? Identify the missing justifications. We have PQR. I always like to write my information in. PQR is x minus 5. SQR is x minus 7. And the whole angle is 100. Not only do I like to mark it, but I also like to use our colors. Yay for color. Yay for color. And yay for color. Okay? So, first thing, how do I know that the measure of PQR and the measure of SQR equals the whole measure? This would be angle addition postulate. That's not what I'm spelling right there. Angle addition postulate. Then they substitute the values in. Then we simplified. Now we have to move that 12 over. It's a negative 12, so we're going to use addition property to move it over. And then they divide it by 2 for division property. Perfect job. Nice and easy. Flip it. Number 13. Complete two-column proof. So we are doing an algebraic proof. Okay, so this first step here is given. Next, we see that we went from this statement to this statement. We plugged in what x equaled and multiplied, but that would be substitution property. Okay, substitution property. And then down here, we're adding the 60 over to both sides, so that's addition property. And then we're dividing by a negative 6, so that's division property. Okay. Now, here they just flip sides. So what would tell us to flip sides? That would be symmetric property. Okay, and that's number 13. Let's move down to number 14. Another algebraic proof here. Okay. Let's take a look. X divided by 5 plus 9 equals 11. Prove that x equals 10. So our first step is just our given. Next, we're going to subtract 9. So that's subtraction. Always write out the word subtraction. Okay? And then x equals 10. We are multiplying it out. So that's multiplication. Oops. I spelled it wrong. I spelled it right. There we go. Property. Okay. Yay. Number 15. What is the value of x? Well, these are vertical angles, so they are congruent. So 8x minus 8 is equal to 7x plus 8. I'm going to move the smaller piece. X minus 8 equals 8. Add the 8 over. And x equals 16. I just said solve for x, so I am done. Number 16. And this is our last problem. Oh my gosh, how exciting. Find the value of x and y. Drawing not to scale. Again, I know these two are going to be congruent, so we can get 7x plus 7 equals 112. Subtract 7 from both sides. 7x is going to equal 106, I believe. Is that correct? No, 5. 105. Right? 12 minus 7 is 5. 12 minus 7 is 5. Then we're going to divide by 7. And I'm going to use a calculator so I don't mess this up. You know what I mean? Sometimes you make mistakes, and we don't have time for that. So x equals 15. Again, I found the value of x. I now need to find the value of y. 4y and 112, these are supplementary, so they should add up to 180. So we're going to subtract 112 from both sides. And 4y is going to equal, I'm just going to use my calculator so I don't make a mistake. And I get 68. Divide by 4, y will equal 17. And those are our two answers. Okay? Usually at this time in the video, I like to give some sort of keyword that you should write on the top of your test to get extra credit, or I'll tell you to draw a picture or something like that. But I'm not going to do any of that this time for our Chapter 2 test, okay? So you might as well just end the video right now. Seriously, there's no extra credit. Just turn the video off.